Well, there you go. What a lovely show. Massive thank you to the lovely Louise, Mummy Linda, Sally Traffic, Luscious Lottie, Callum for keeping us on air, producer Ben, because Simon's doing his Judith Chalmers, and to all of you lovely lot at home for getting involved. I'll be back next Saturday live. Oh, sounded like Mark Wright then. Whoa, Mark Wright. Live at 3 p.m. here on Radio 2. Lisa Tarbuck's up next, but before all of that, this is Mark Wright. Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 and 91 FM.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. Animal rights protesters have disrupted the Grand National at Aintree. The start of the race was delayed after people made it onto the track and tried to attach themselves to a fence. The group Animal Rising argued that horse racing is unsafe and had threatened to halt this year's race. Merseyside Police said 9 people have been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to cause a public nuisance. Lucinda Russell trained one of the favourites, Corach Rambler. She was frustrated by the delay.
It's a real pain in the neck. I think the protesters, are they doing it for themselves? They're doing it for the horses. If they're doing it for the horses, they've got to realise that they're compromising their welfare just now. We can react to that because we love our horses and we can take them back and keep them safe and keep them cool. But really, it seems all a bit pointless. And I think, it's a pain, but good racing people, we can cope with different things.
But the delay did not affect her horse, who went on to win. John Hunt describes the closing stages.
Corach Rambler is close. His trademark staring around. He's pulling himself up, but Lucinda Russell's going to do it again. Derek Fox in the saddle again. 6 years after one for Arthur, Corach Rambler wins the Grand National for Scotland. Vinilier, a brilliant run in second place. In third was Gaillard de Mesnil.
The British Medical Association says coordinated strike action by junior doctors and nurses in England remains an option if the government doesn't engage in talks about pay. The Royal College of Nursing yesterday announced strike dates over the May Bank holiday. It'll involve departments previously exempt from the action, including emergency and intensive care. NHS bosses have warned that it will be difficult to manage. President of the business lobby group, the CBI, has apologised to women affected by alleged sexual misconduct at the organisation. Brian McBride described the claims of rape, bullying and sexual harassment as devastating. He said the business group had to redefine itself to reclaim the confidence of members. The reconstruction of Notre Dame in Paris, which was gutted by fire 4 years ago, is on target to be finished by the end of the year. The base of the spire, which weighed more than 80 tonnes, was hoisted to the roof of the cathedral over the past few days. Many had feared the building was unrepairable. The retired General Jean-Louis Georgelin was given the job of supervising the reconstruction by President Macron.
We have said we will do that in 5 years, So our reputation is at stake. We must unite all our effort, all our knowledge, all our savoir-faire to reach this goal.
And in the Premier League, there were wins for Aston Villa, Brighton, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Wolves and Bournemouth. Manchester City can get within 3 points of leaders Arsenal if they beat Leicester in the late kick-off. And the weather, showers easing for most, with clear spells developing in central and eastern areas. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 6.